as soon as I push play, I start overthinking all the words that are gonna come out, that it's not gonna be painted well enough for everyone to understand. And I think that's where faith is, in that thin space of communication. I've been so aware about the tempo and the pace of how I've been talking to people lately that it's a little bit slow, and I used to get really mad at myself about that until God allowed me to realize that the pace of my head is moving almost 10 times as fast as my mouth. But that He gets to know what goes on in my head. And I'm praying through all the conversations and my own spirals that He's the one that kind of pieces my sentences together, that people can relate to. I've had a couple of days of just new things, new thoughts, and really over quarantine, time with my head, and I'm really grateful for that. But at the same time, it does get to a dangerous place. The expectations we put on ourselves, questions, belief systems. I mean, the life that we live is definitely in a rhythm, and there's multiple patterns that we practice daily, whether we know them or not. Ways that we grew up that are kind of bleeding into the other aspects of life. Thoughts that we may not totally agree with from our past. Healing from those past experiences. Anyways, so today, when I feel like I can't put my words together, or I just feel really unstable, I have a song that I run to. It's not like run. I don't run. But I mentally run to for simplicity of just worship, I guess, and just praising Him and thanksgiving. And it's just been a really great song that pulls my feels out really, really quick. And sometimes I have to listen to it multiple times for me to really get to a place of surrender, and that's taken a lot of practice. Sometimes I can get there fast, and sometimes it will take me about 3 hours. But I have to be patient in that time and turn off everything else around me in order to do that. I kind of envision like a spider that's just creating its web of clarity and putting it right in its right place, which not all the things are going to end up in the right place, and that's kind of where God comes in. But the expectation that we put on ourselves to be in a place where we can talk to Him is just unrealistic. It doesn't work that way, and so I just feel the need to pray today, and that there needs to be a pressing of energy in prayer rather than scrolling through media with untruth. Untruth meaning we don't spend enough time with people to know anybody's real story. And I think that's why God pursues us like he does. And I've been on the other side of Christianity, quote unquote Christianity, asking all the questions about, well, why do bad things happen to good people? And why do good things happen to bad people? If God is so miraculous and sovereign, why doesn't he just come down now and just come get us all? And that's not the creation of what a relationship is. And kind of like when we lay our heads down at night, we have this internal trust that the other person that we lay down with is going to be there when we wake up, is going to continue to meet our needs, that we are just hoping and praying that they know what they are. And there's a faith there that we don't even know that we're practicing. And I think it's just so congruent with the creation of what relationships are supposed to be meant for. And that's why we have to pursue God, and why God pursues us the way that he does. How easy would it be for us to make somebody love us, or yearn to make somebody want to love us? And I feel like that's what the entire world seeks for. That's why we're made the way that we are. And there's a lot of questions in there. Questions that, maybe I'd be open to discuss with somebody over a table conversation or a telephone call or whatever. That's territory that's a little scary for me, but at the same time, it's the constant in my life. That's only been constant in my life is God and Jesus. And I yearn for this world to understand his genuine pursuance of us. I don't even know if that's a word, but who cares? He created it. He created a relationship. We didn't do that. He wants us to go to him. He knows all of us. He knows our thoughts, our minds. And I've been on the other side of, I study the body for a living, and bringing science back into movement just answers questions. It answers all the hows, it answers all the whys. And when it comes to faith, there are no answers to all that. But how is it that it's the only thing that makes sense at all in this life? And I think it's so hard for us to accept the idea that there is a higher power that we can't see, that we have to practice spending time with. We don't like that idea. We like to be in control. We like our sin. Nobody wants to say I enjoy sin, but it's when it's all that you know, it might not even look that way. Anyways, I just yearn and I hurt for this world and for just everybody, and I just pray so much, God, that we just be pierced in some kind of way of getting over our selfishness, our need to say unfruitful things, and be so distracted with busyness, with doing things that just create habits of places that we'll just have to unravel later on in life if we could just know and just be aware of where they are right then when they come up, God. But we have to be open, we have to be willing, we have to have senses that are clear, that go beyond being able to see, that go beyond being able to hear, that go beyond tasting, even smelling, and even touching. And I think where we're at in this world right now is we're not being able to have true connection. And even before that, were we really experiencing real, true connection? I'm so grateful for you, God, that I get to practice almost dying daily to love you, because you first loved me. And you first showed me what it was to show a love that not even I can get from my own husband that I love so very much. But there will always be a need and a more feeling that I just seek and yearn that not even him can give me. That thin space of continuing to go back to the things that we do to busy our lives, when you showed us, and you continually show us, that you made that, you created that idea of more to seek, to pursue, to remember the good things you've done for us. Remember the times that you pulled us out of those dark places. And I just pray, God, that there's a desire, there's even a small planted seed being pressed into so many people right now, God, that we have to get over our selfishness. We are going to live our lives so unhappy for the rest of our lives if we're not even being able to come to the other side and realize you put us here. We have to find you. What an amazing and beautiful challenge that is. It's so unknowing, it's so uncertain, and it's scary, but it's so filling. I've been really questioning where our soul is located in our bodies, and feel like it is just our bodies. Our souls are our bodies. That desire, that moreness that we seek. Goes so deep that only you created, that no one on earth could experience with one another. But because if we have you are the connection that we can create that ultimate love and that peace and that hope and that joy. You're the only answer. How crazy does it look? How absolutely nuts does it look for me to be on the other side of this telephone and saying, I want to give my life to somebody that I can't even see. But what a beautiful imagery of, just a picture for my heart and my mind to know that if I can pursue something that I can't even see, but I can feel to its ultimate fullness, whole, no questions, stillness, presence, abounding eternity, love. Why I couldn't do that to show the people that I can see on earth, and sitting on the other side of the table and wanting to know where they are, wanting to relate to where they are, why you made them do those things, or what makes them tick and give them desires, how they don't even know how they can pursue you. God, wake us up. So that we're so kind to people. We're so kind to people. And we want to hear them, and we know what it feels like to be on the other side of not knowing how to even make these conversations, how to talk. Praying and hoping that our words can resonate with the person across the way. And that's where you get to come in. Where we don't have to have those answers, but that you just fill us both together. God, I pray so much that whoever is on the other side of this listening, there's so many questions. There's so many questions. We're unsatisfied. We keep running and seeking and going back to the things of this world in hopes that they're gonna fill us for seconds. And you know, some of them do. But I think that's Satan's way of coming in and ripping that more and that seek idea that you created. That was made for you and I to experience together, God. And I just pray so much that people are not scared. They're not scared to experience this idea of you, this feeling of you. And that it's so good. It's so good. We don't have to be scared. We don't have to be scared of change, of I don't want to hear what he has to tell me because I'm gonna have to change. You don't work that way. We work that way because we're humans. We're sinful. We're gross. We don't even know how to love each other. We don't even know how to love ourselves. And it starts with you, loving an unseen, loving a feeling, a presence that is so alive. If there's anybody on the other side of this that has an itch of desire to want to experience something like that, God, I just pray so much that you reach in and just give them new wings. That it's gonna be okay. They don't have to be scared to trust you. You made us mad for this world so that we could be madly in love with you. And I take that with such gratitude and thanksgiving. You're the answer. And I'm so grateful that you showed me love first. And that I can spend time with you just like I would Boomer, my grandparents, my family, my friends. It's a practice, just like anything. God, I pray so much that whoever is on the other line, if they feel compelled to just surrendering their life to you, it's such a big deal, but it's also not even words can even put it in. There's literally no words for it, but a feeling. So I'm praying for a feeling. Give them a feeling that they know that that's the answer. They don't have to have the words. Jesus, thank you so much for dying for me, for my friend, for the car that I'm looking at right now, whoever drives that car. And thank you just so much for showing us how to do it. How to do it. If there's questions of about your word, that answer can be revealed to them so sweetly and kindly. God, you're so good. Any kind of question of evil is not of you. Remind them that whatever they're hearing is a wonderful opportunity and practice to go back and reestablish the roots with you. Accept him in your heart. It's the best thing ever. It's the only answer. Anyways, love you guys, and it's bold stuff, but I'm not afraid anymore. Because he's so good, and I remember and I say yes to him more than once a day. And because I've seen so much fruit in my relationships, I know he's real. I really do. There's no way that I could do this life without him. I would definitely be dead. Anyways, love you guys, and be blessed today in some kind of form. Go look for some goodness. Quiet the mind, quiet your fingers of scrolling. Spend time with people. Man, spend some good time with people. I don't think we know how to do that. We don't know how to do that. We're always assuming we know how each other feels, and sometimes some of the best people can bring out the qualities and the strengths that we don't even know we have, because we live so hard up in our head thinking that we've got to be certain ways and do certain things and think certain ways. And anyways, so as I say, a connection, and I'm hiding behind sunglasses here. Let me make sure you can see my eyes. So anyways, just so much love for you guys, and I don't really know my role on on social media, and I don't really know my role in life. It's just kind of faith, you know, but it's so joyful, it's so peaceful. And I'm so grateful and thankful that I can be aware of when those thoughts start to come in that aren't from him. So I'll just go and spend time with my dad, you know. So anyways, love you guys. I've said it enough, but I don't think we really know what that word means. So praying for a feeling of genuine, real love. So, and that we understand that it takes work, it takes a lot of work. So anyways, all right, be blessed today.